As the channel evolves, the most important thing for leaders to do is bring others along with them. Too often we're focused on this month's quota, this quarter, or this year's goal. But what we really need to do in expanding the channel, creating more opportunity for ourselves and others, is bring more along. That means educating, sharing the message, best practices. They may come second nature to you, but to leadership in many supplier organizations, to brand new partners coming in, there is a lack of understanding. And those best practices need to be shared. So we raise the tide of everybody. This channel is going to continue to grow as it has for the past 10 years. And people are going to understand the power of the channel as you share that message as a leader.
One of the things that I think leaders in the channel really need to focus on is their own personal growth and development. One of the things that we've realized is that leadership does not come easy or naturally to everyone. It requires constant work. And if we as leaders don't take the initiative to work on ourselves first and show our organization and our people the value of lifelong learning, constantly working on ourselves and having a vision of where we want to go and how we're going to get there, then the rest of the organization won't follow. So leadership development and training is probably one of the things that I think is the most valuable asset that we can bring to our organizations, and one that we as leaders need to start the charge with.
I think the most important skill in leadership is communication, and that's a two-way street. Over-communicating and being transparent is critical so that people know what the direction is and how they fit into the course. I believe there's more risk from undersharing and people not knowing that than there is oversharing and possibly having information leak out. Secondly, on communicating, the information needs to be concise and simple the larger the organization becomes. In the back half of that, communication is a two-way street. Listening is absolutely critical. Too many of us have preconceived ideas of what things are without listening at ground level of what really is taking place. And I think listening is absolutely critical to choosing the right path and course correcting when we find ourselves down the wrong one.
One thing that I've learned in my career that's helped me become a successful leader is that I have to work on myself first before I can expect others to work on themselves. As the leader, if I'm expecting team members to have career development plans in place, I need to make sure that I have career development plans in place. If I want them to be better leaders and be working on lifelong learning and themselves, I have to be working on lifelong learning and myself. It's a constant work in progress, and I can't expect what I myself will not do. And then I have to inspect what I expect. And so making sure that we start with ourselves and we lead by example is very important as we grow in leadership. And it's one of the things that I learned is probably sometimes the most hardest for leaders to actually embrace and want to, but it's probably one of the most valuable things that you can for your team, is to show that you yourself are willing to do the work that needs to get done.